Hello guys, welcome to Mkono podcast at Chef Bill Mkono, hapo Mkono Entertainment YouTube and other social media platforms. Thank you so much for your support since I started, and we keep moving on. Wale wamesubscribe, wale hawajasubscribe, click that subscription button. I will be here always to enlighten you guys, to inform you guys. Today I'm going to talk about the Kenyan Constitution. Yeah? This Kenyan Constitution was promulgated in 2010. And the question that we should be asking ourselves as we Kenyans, yeah, is this constitution working for us? We, the majority, the common mwananchi, the poor Kenyan, the low class Kenyan. Do we need all these governors in Kenya? Do we need all these senators, women reps, MPs, MCS? Do we need all these people? For instance, an MP gets airtime allowance of 20,000 per month. That person gets a salary. They have other allowances. For instance, those 290 members of parliament getting 20,000 airtime per month, we use almost 6 million just buying airtime. 6 million. How many boreholes can 6 million dig in Kenyan schools, public schools? How many toilets will 6 million build in market places in Kenya? How many classes will 6 million build or upgrade or innovate public schools in Kenya? That is the question we should be asking ourselves. That is just airtime. This person gets a medical cover. This person gets a gross salary of almost 780,000. This is a person who gets allowances, commuter allowances. This is a person who gets all these allowances. Let us start from the governor. We have 47 governors in Kenya and their deputies. We have 47 senators in Kenya. All these people, women reps, going down like that. MPs, MCS. Do we really need all these people? We have some who are working, but majority are not working. In every financial year, a member of parliament is given, that is CDF, Constituency Development Funds. What do they do with them? Because majority of MPs, the same problems that I was hearing since I was young, since I was in primary, right now I'm a grown up. The same problems up to date, I'm still hearing them. Even before this constitution, they are still there. So what is the essence of devolution? Because nothing is functioning in Kenya. Nothing is functioning in Kenya. Starting with health, and the hospital yoyote, majority of Kenyan public hospitals hazina madawa. And that's why there are so many chemists in Kenya. Very many chemists. Huwezi tembea like 10 steps without seeing a chemist in Kenya. That shows you it is a very lucrative business because there are no drugs in public hospitals in Kenya. The state of these public hospitals, it is pathetic. It is unpalatable. We are just there. Ukiongelelea hiyo, Mrs. ongelelea hiyo, huyu ni mtu wetu. This mtu wetu syndrome is one of the key things that is still dragging Kenya backwards. Instead tuko tunaenda mbele, tunarudi tu nyuma because of mtu wetu syndrome. You cannot criticize someone in Kenya. And even the Bible says, my people suffer because of lack of knowledge. So that tells you there is something wrong in Kenya. You cannot criticize, you cannot critique somebody. Starting with the governor, starting with the president, kuteremuka hivyo mpaka MCA. Ukiongea you are tribal, you are being tribal, ongelelea watu wenu, but bottom line here is we are all Kenyans. That is the bottom line. Sisi wote ni wa Kenya. For how long will we keep on with this mtu wetu syndrome in Kenya, and we are suffering? All these governors we see, like for instance, we have a CSS, around 22, 23 CSS. Each government has around 20, maximum a year it is 26 CSS. For instance, a CS is appointed today after being sworn in, and he buys a house. He can buy a house of 100 million. 200 million. This is a person who has houses like all over the world. A governor, an MP. We should be questioning, where are these people getting all this money? Kwani biashara gani wenye wanafanya some other Kenyans are not doing? It is corruption. It is embezzlement of public funds. Stealing from Kenyans. Poor Kenyans who cannot even afford 2 meals per day. But tukiongea, oh, you are being tribalist, oh, because you did not vote for this regime, oh, you are being picky, oh, nini, blah blah blah, these shenanigans. It is high time we Kenyans wake up from slumber and realize enough. It is time to say enough is enough. It's better we elect someone, an MP, an MCA, a governor, a senator, who will work for Kenyans. It doesn't matter which tribe you come from. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which tribe is in power. It doesn't matter. What matters is that person in that power will he deliver for all Kenyans. Because you can't tell, even if you live in Nyanza or in Central, all tribes are there. Over 45 tribes in Kenya. They are all over the country. So it's not a matter of your tribe. It's a matter of how am I going to benefit from this? We have so many MPs doing nothing. We have so many women reps. Is it high time we reduce the number of constituencies in Kenya? Is it high time we reduce the number of counties in Kenya? Is it high time we reduce the number of wards in Kenya? We have some MPs, we have some MCAs who don't even know what they do. They don't know even their duties. Leave alone what they do. They don't know their duties. But they are there. We have nominated MPs, senators. We have nominated MCA. What is the work of a nominated MCA? What is the work of a nominated senator? What is their work? To keep on twerking all over the place with scandals all over the place. What is the work of these people? Some people should not even be in parliament. Some people should never even step a foot in parliament because it's just a crime zone in Kenya. They have lost plot. They don't know what they are there to do. Each and every time we hear corruption, bribing to pass this bill, bribing to this, and that same money they are being bribed with, it is Kenyan money. They have stolen from you. After 4 years, they come back the election year, they bribe you also with 100 shillings. What will 100 shillings buy for you? Will it pay school fees for you? What will 1,000 shillings do for you? Will it pay your school fees? Will it pay rent for you for those 5 years and atakuwa in power? That is the question we should be asking ourselves. It is high time we Kenyans stop being a country of handouts. Kupewa. This victim mentality is dragging Kenyans backwards because we have leaders who don't have a vision. We have leaders ni kama tu gari imepoteza mwelekeo, wanaenda anywhere. For how long will we keep on with these shenanigans in Kenya? Everything is not working. We just see MPs, governors, MCAs, women rep, senators walking all over the place with fleet of cars. They get commuter allowances. And those cars are fueled with Kenyan money. And each and every model, you will see them with these people. Model ikitokea hivi, you will see a governor with it. We'll see an MP with it. We'll see a women rep with it. We'll see, starting with the president, fuel guzzlers, ma V8, while a common mwananchi cannot even afford a meal. I remember back in the days, I used to wake up going to school na nimekula ugali asubuhi na chumvi. Unaenda kwa darasa, tumbo inaguruma kwa darasa mpaka unasikia aibu mwenye amekaa kando yako. Unaanza kutingika kwa desk hivi. Unavuta desk chini so that the person seated next to you asisikie tumbo yako vile inaguruma. Sometimes ningeenda njaa shule. Naangalia tu sana jiuliza saa 5 itafika saa ngapi niende nikunywe porridge. I don't know kama nowadays porridge bado iko shule. Those days tulikuwa tunakunywa uji shule saa 5. Ilikuwa inatusaidia sana because lunch supper maybe mlilala njaa, umeamka, breakfast hakuna. Breakfast was like something normal. Haikuanga breakfast. Unaenda hivyo unashinda the whole day. Hakuna lunch mtu atakuletea. Hizo malunch, hizo magideri za hizo marago, mahindi za yellow zilikuwa zinatusaidia sana. Yenye Kibaki aliintroduce. Sasa hizi ukiambia mtoto mwanafunzi hakuna lunch shule. But there is money to buy fleet of cars. There is money to renovate State House. There is money to renovate deputy president house. There is money for all these shenanigans, but there is no money kusaidia lunch, school feeding program. Do you know how many kids go to school hungry? Do you know how many kids sleep hungry and wake up and go to school hungry? I know the pain those kids go through because I've been a victim of it. And I know how that school feeding program helps kids. Because inakusaidia sana, unaweza rudi nyumbani tena ukashinda. Umai kunywa maji baridi mpaka umai kunywa maji ya tap mpaka ikakuwa kali because of njaa. Umekaa njaa mpaka unakunywa maji inakuwa kali kwa ulimi. I've been a victim of that. And it's so painful, it's so hurting, it's so heartbreaking. Seeing the kind of life these MPs, governors, MCS, they live large, they live huge lives, but there is no change kwa ground. Floods zikikuja na beba watu because of poor planning by the national government, county government. You have some governors who are doing commendable job. You have some MPs who are doing commendable job. But majority, 90% of these people do nothing. Wakienda pale ni kuangalia tu tumbo zao. And it's high time we Kenyans ask ourselves, is it worth always suffering, crying after every electioneering period? People dying everywhere. People dying in Nyanza because of demonstrations. People dying in Nairobi. These people who demonstrate, majority of them are jobless people. You'll never find someone who works ameenda kuandamana. That shows you the rate of unemployment in Kenya. We have very many leaders who don't have vision for Kenya. It's just them, their family. They are very busy stealing to become dynasties in Kenya. That person who said Kenya is a plantation, that guy alipata hiyo kitu 100%. Kenya is truly a plantation. Being poor in Kenya is a crime because the amount of pain the poor mwananchi goes through in Kenya, it is very painful. And sometimes I think it is high time sisi wa Kenya tujiulize, is it worth always after every election period we keep on crying the same things zenye tumekuwa tukiimba since independence? Where are we heading as a country? You want to tell me these people with all these allowances, they cannot buy credit for themselves?